Oh, Miss Sarah, you do sing divinely. And I kid you about your ample bosom and its gravitational pull. But the truth is, you've lost 50 pounds in the last 8 months. And inspired by you, I have been on a diet for the last 2 weeks. Do you know what I've lost?
What?
14 days.
How you gonna keep 'em down on the farm after they've seen Perry? How you gonna keep 'em away from Broadway, jazzing around and painting the town? How you gonna keep 'em away from harm? That's a mystery. Imagine Reuben when he meets his pa. He'll kiss his cheek and holler, ooh la la. How you gonna keep 'em down on the farm after they've seen Perry?
Now, vaudeville is an old art form, and a lot of people have never even heard of it. I was sad to discover recently. In the old days, a vaudeville show could last 2 or 3 hours.
Wait a minute.
But we
wait a
won't.
minute,
Not
wait a minute.
tonight. There would be daily matinees for 10 cents, and before television variety shows and game shows, and before the Gong Show and the Carol Burnett Show and the Flip Wilson Show, before Ed Sullivan and Saturday Night Live, even before there was TV and talkies and radio, there was vaudeville. And some great film and television stars came out of vaudeville and its slightly naughtier cousin, burlesque. Burns and Allen, Fred Astaire, W.C. Fields, the Marx Brothers, Will Rogers, and of course, Sophie Tucker, all came out of the great entertainment tradition called vaudeville. And there were even some drag artists in vaudeville, believe it or not. In theaters from coast to coast, these performers would show up and help people laugh at or temporarily forget their problems. Whether fleeing hardship in Europe or facing World War I or surviving the Great Depression, people knew that they could depend on vaudeville to provide affordable respite from the trials of life. The acts didn't have anything to do with one another. That was the beauty of the vaudeville art form. It wasn't really a play. It wasn't an opera. It was more like a circus. It was a storyteller followed by a comic, followed by a juggling act or an animal trainer or a ventriloquist, a singer or two, actors doing short sketches and playlets, a couple of acrobats. Like a circus, just one act would follow another, each thrilling people on its own merit. Vaudeville thrived during the time of extreme anti-Semitism and racial segregation, and long before the women's rights movement. Hell, vaudeville started before women could vote. But in vaudeville theaters, even though their language wasn't politically correct by 21st century standards, women and men, married people and singles, gays and straights, Jews and Christians, Caucasians and African Americans all worked together, looked out for one another, and made audiences, no matter who was in them, feel a little better for a little while. Vaudeville made people feel like they weren't alone, like there was someone to watch over them.
There's a saying old, says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'm gonna seek a certain lad I've had in mind. Looking everywhere, haven't found him yet. He's the big affair There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone to watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed? Follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me. Someone to watch
Vaudeville shows always include a beautiful ballad. We're drawing to the close of our show, and hopefully that we're leaving you wanting more, but it's a good thing that we're almost done because Sarah and I are both so corseted in. If either one of us were to have a corset malfunction, we'd take out the whole middle row. So, if it happened to both of us, they'd have to declare it a national disaster. Well, we have brought you tonight just a sampling of the great tradition of vaudeville. No juggling other than our schedules, and no animal acts, although I see there are bears in the audience. But entertainers offering sets of songs and jokes and even an oleo section, which was a hodgepodge of acts that appeared between more structured sets. Tonight's oleo was a combination of ragtime piano and a singer. We've even brought back the memory of a great vaudeville star, Miss Sophie Tucker. And to our version of vaudeville, let us offer this sermonette as well. Remember to believe in yourself no matter what any preacher or politician may say. Remember that you are a miracle and not a mistake. Remember to hold on to hope always, because it is the most powerful force in the universe, except, of course, for love. And remember, no matter who you are, your sacred value is affirmed here at Sunshine Cathedral. I hope we've offered you some class acts tonight. And for our final number, we want to share with you one more bit of class.
Whatever happened to fair dealing and pure ethics and
whatever happened to please may I, and yes, thank you, and how charming. Now every son of a bitch is a snake in the grass. Whatever happened to class?
Class. Oh, there ain't no gentleman to open up the doors. There ain't no ladies now, there's only pigs and whores. And even kids will knock you down so they can pass. Nobody's got no class. Whatever happened to old values
And fine morals.
and good reading?
Now no one even says oops when they're passing their gas. Whatever happened to class? Class.
Oh, there ain't no gentleman
that's fit for any use. And any girl will touch your privates for a deuce. And even kids will kick your shins and give you sass. Nobody's got no class.
All I read about today is rape and theft.
Jesus Christ. Ain't there no decency left? Nobody's got no class. Every guy is a snot.
Every girl is a twat.
Holy shit!
Holy shit,
What a shame!
what a shame.
What became of class? Give a big thank you to Gary Mayon on piano, Teresa Flores on percussion, Jackie De Los Santos on bass, Kurt Litzenberger, wherever the hell he is. Oh, here he is.